Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So 49-year-old Alabama resident Bobby Russell walked to the Capitol with his wife after Donald Trump's speech. And he was seen on video a short time after that using his back to push against the police barricades. This was on the southwest side of the building. Russell and the other members of the mob were also trying to pull the barricades away from the police, and he ignored repeated orders from the officers to back up. At one point, Russell reached over the top of the barricades and he grabbed one of the metal slats on the police side. So he had his arm over it and, kind of hunched over it. And he held the barricade between his upper arm and body while holding on to the top of the barricade with his other hand. Well, after multiple officers failed to get him off of the barricade, a female officer stepped up and she sprayed him with pepper spray. At that moment, the mob had broken through the barricades. They had broken through another section. And so Russell was able to use that opportunity to grab onto the officer's jacket, the female officer. But Russell was on a step and he lost his footing. So he fell down a flight of steps, a short flight, and he pulled the officer over him as he was falling down backwards or kind of sideways. So the officer landed on top of Russell, and then another officer who was already on the ground got pinned underneath them. So then a while later, after that occurred, Russell and his wife were seen on the Upper West Terrace, and Russell was captured on body cam confronting the police. They were trying to move the crowd back, trying to move them away from the building, and he was seen and heard pointing at them, and he was saying, quote, "I'm not scared of you, and I'm not weak." I mean, thou dost protest too much. I mean, did someone call you weak and scared? Kind of like walking in, being like, "I'm not gay. I'm not gay." Anyway, Russell was later heard asking, quote, "Did y'all think it was going to come to this? I knew it was going to come to this." So eventually the police began moving toward the mob and they were shouting for them to move back. But instead of complying, Russell again fought them. He turned around, he started pushing on one of their shields with his back, and he told the officer, quote, "There's more of us than you guys. You're gonna lose." Well, after more than 3 hours on the Capitol grounds, Russell and his wife finally left, and then he posted on Facebook, quote, "There were paid Antifa actors. I was there. I did what every American that's tired of the corruption should have been there with me. The election was stolen, and we all know it." Do we? So Russell was arrested on August 24th of 2022, and he was charged with assaulting officers, civil disorder, entering restricted grounds, disorderly conduct on restricted grounds, and physical violence on restricted grounds. In June of 2023, Russell pleaded guilty to one count of assaulting or resisting officers. So he faced up to 8 years in prison, 3 years of probation, and $250,000 in fines. However, the prosecutor requested only 30 months in prison, 3 years of probation, and $2,000 in restitution. A complete joke of a sentence, or at least a request, considering his criminal history. In 1998, Russell was charged with aggravated assault for punching someone in the head. Unfortunately, that charge was dismissed. In 2010, Russell was charged with resisting arrest. That charge was also dismissed. The same year and into 2011, they say that he managed to rack up another 4 convictions. So he had 2 for possession of meth, 1 for property theft, and another for burglary. And then during one of these arrests, one of the 4, Russell apparently punched one of the officers in the head as they were trying to arrest him. Again, they completely let this man skate. The assault charge for hitting the officer was dismissed, and Russell was supposed to receive 10 years for each of the other crimes, the judge allowed him a suspended sentence on every single one. They let him go. I just can't figure out why he likes Trump so much and why he keeps committing crimes, why he thought he'd get away with what he did at the Capitol. It's a big mystery. Anyway, U.S. District Judge Amit Mehta presided over Russell's case, and I couldn't locate any information about what was said at the sentencing hearing, but Judge Mehta sentenced Russell to only 1 year and 1 day in prison, 6 months of home detention after that, after he's released, and 2 years of probation. So nowhere near enough for someone with a violent criminal history like this. It just cracks me up when MAGA says that blue states are riddled with crime because of the weak leftist prosecutors and the judges. And yet you have guys like this, guys like Russell, a MAGA supporter from Ruby Red, Alabama, and he's committing multiple crimes, getting one pass after another from Alabama judges. You know, and then tell me again how the federal government and the federal judges, oh, they're all such leftists, but they let people like this off with a slap on the wrist. Anyway, I will let you all know if I hear any more or when I hear more about this guy. I just have a feeling. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if possible. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.